Okay, I'm being gaslit on screen. No, but Leon, like you said earlier, Leon does struggle to get, but they get it. Remember, they won at round 2. They won against Luis. That's a hard matchup.
Yeah, it is a very hard matchup. You're absolutely correct. But hey, listen, man, we're gonna go right back into PS2 in this next set here with Ness taking on Bowser. Now, this is where things get a little interesting, right? Ness obviously has a lot of multi-hitbox moves, and Bowser does have that tough guy armor going on as well. But the problem is that even with all those moves, right, Ness is just a continuous moving hitbox. So you trying to find an opening to get your hit anyway is going to be a tough one. Look, the heavy tax is real, and the heavy tax was doubled today.
It really is, and I think the collector just came as well, because we're going to collect that stock as well. My goodness. We talked about a hard matchup, and Sirius was like, yeah, well, just the impossible one.
I mean, but there you go. I mean, we're starting to see LeoN get a foothold in this game all of a sudden. 80% now. Hasn't taken a single hit in the second stock, which honestly is really good because that was a huge start for Syrup. Just try and get things going here. 93% now. Does find a way to get an opening of their own. 16%. LeoN is going to fall out of the combo, though.
Well, finally able to fall out, and then did so much there. Great stock. Being able to just trying to secure it out there. It's really unfortunate that the bear didn't take it, and able to stay alive. The command grab does land, though, but the amazing VR and Syrups, and, you know, stay true to the name because they're just being stingy. They're refusing to move. At this one, finally gets the stock taken, but after how long? My goodness.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough one. I mean, it was the down tilt to kind of close that one out, and Bowser's down tilt's pretty solid, you know. I'm not sure if it definitely 2 frames, but it's got a little 1-2, which is a nice mix-up from the down-angled forward tilt, right? So you can kind of catch your opponent sleeping. But, I mean, only took 16%. Before they took that stock. I mean, now it's a different story. It doesn't really matter too much because now you're not getting anything on there, and there's a stock in the process.
What was that?
It wasn't exactly a 0 to death, but it was kind of close.
Yeah, you're just like, yeah, they just took, you know, a 16, and then you see the whole stock just being kind of vacuumed away. You know, it's here. He's just making sure that, but here we go. I mean, already starting off there, and, you know, you're talking about 16. Now it's a whole stock at 60 plus.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just what Bowser has to do in a lot of these scenarios. It's not even just Bowser. A lot of other heavier characters kind of deal with that stuff from Ness anyway, because, again, Ness is a small, quick-moving hitbox in general. So heavy characters are going to have to, you know, they're going to have to take a fat L. And speaking of fat L's, going to be losing that game 1. Syrup absolutely dominant to get things started here.
Oh, goodness. You're going to... I mean, this is best of 3, correct?
Yes.
No, oh, it is? Okay,
yes.
Well, Leon, I know 2 L's make a W, but not in this case, my friend. You're really gonna have to secure a win on this one. But Syrup just kind of showing off, like, hey, welcome to a losing matchup. You know, my goodness.
Yeah, that was definitely rough. But I mean, LeoN is LeoN, right? I do expect some strong adaptations here. I mean, when you are a dedicated Bowser main, you take the bad with the good, right? Obviously, Bowser has a lot of great stuff. You know, being the heaviest character in the game. A lot faster than he used to be. He's got some strong, hard-hitting moves. His forward air is a swordy forward air, right? The bad stuff is you're going to get beat up a lot, right? And you just have to find your way around that. And when you dedicate yourself to being a heavy main, you work around that pretty well after a while.
Yeah, I mean, when they complain about matchups, I'm just like, my brother in Christ, you picked this character. This is your fault. You chose this life, my friend. But, you know, hopefully on Towns today, we'll be able to get those kills off the side of the blast zone. Definitely one of the stages you want to utilize. I mean, yes, you're sacrificing that amount of space, but hopefully, you know, LeoN will be able to use that to maneuver around the stage as best as they can. And, oh, a stock got taken.
Yeah, I mean, that's all to be expected here. So, I mean, but there we go. The stock being taken right back. And that's just what happens, man. LeoN knows how to answer back, fire back, and that's exactly what you need to do when you're playing these heavier characters. I feel like for a lot of the time, right, like for some players, you can kind of bully them out like the whole way through, but sometimes you got to battle back and forth, and then you go for the big heavy plays, you know, at the end, and that's when you try to take the lead and the W. So again, LeoN's still doing a fantastic job here despite the damage percentage at the moment, but again, you can't take anything away from Syrup. This kid just continues to get better and better all the time.
I mean, they've definitely been improving, and the results speak louder for themselves. And LeoN on the other side, it's like the old guard versus the new generation kind of facing off right now, and the character's gonna speak that one. And my goodness, moves just being thrown out left and right. LeoN able to get those 1-2 hit combos in, really got to make all those interactions count. But great spot dodge and the usage of the platform to secure the stock just like that.
Yeah, and that's why this stage is really good for Bowser. You get that flying slam happening out there. Yeah, stocks are gonna fly. On top of the fact that you got those smaller blast zones on the side, right? Because like it does allow Bowser, who's already a a killing machine, to just be able to do that a little bit easier. But a final stock situation here. I do like the high recovery. You know what? You take whatever damage comes with that one. You don't have to deal with that yo-yo at the end. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I loved it. Was like a read in a read. Great usage of the downer into the bear, reading up that get up option. Really good control by Sierra, trying to read out the jumps, and LeoN staying diligent within that defense, but the optimal punish on Syrup's end and gets it at the end of the day. My goodness, a clean 2-0.
And that's exactly kind of what I expected to see here, man. Syrup just becomes more cold-blooded every time they enter fusion. It just gets worse and worse for whoever's on the other side of that. Either way, moving forward, though, I mean, Syrup's just goated, right? I mean, LeoN doesn't come out to these tournaments too often, so it's always a treat to see LeoN come out and compete, right? And obviously, still not done. That was winner's side of top 8. They're going to be going down to here in the bracket, losers quarters, and we don't have the opponent for Toxics yet, but whoever wins out of Toxics and potential opponent here, which could be Ram. Oh wait, yeah, they should be taking on LeoN from there. But either way, great stuff all around. Again, can't stop mentioning enough. Syrup's just a killer, man. This kid gets better all the time.